From the very beginning, the Sisters of St. Joseph of Carondelet knew that a few good women could have a profound impact on the world. That's why they started Mount St. Mary's College, to help generations of young women become all they are capable of being. For 90 years, the Mount has carried on that legacy as leaders in the call for justice, champions of social change, and advocates for the oppressed. And it all began here. In 1925, when Mount St. Mary's College welcomed its first students, classes were held on the grounds of St. Mary's Academy in southwest Los Angeles. The distant Santa Monica mountaintop that Shalon campus would one day crown was still utterly wild, covered in sage. There were no roads to make the climb easier and no neighbors to make the area friendlier. But in those untamed mountains, the Sisters of St. Joseph saw a place where their fledgling college could grow, a beacon on a hill for the young women of Southern California. The Shalon campus opened for classes in 1931 amidst the prevailing uncertainty and hardship of the Great Depression. By the end of the decade, the Mount had developed its first master's degree and taken in students from 6 states and several countries. Throughout those early years, the sisters bore witness to their faith in the face of widespread anti-Catholic discrimination, establishing, in 1933, the first Mary's Day, and in 1939, constructing Mary Chapel, the beautiful steepled building that remains at the heart of campus. The face of the student body changed dramatically in the wake of World War II. The Mount welcomed students from war-torn countries, particularly those from China and the Philippines. This explosion of culture fostered a new social consciousness. Students created the first interracial week in 1947 to tackle issues of race and class. In 1952, the Mount graduated its inaugural class of nursing students, awarding the very first Bachelor of Science in Nursing degrees in the state of California. The Mount's nursing program would go on to become one of the most respected in Southern California. In fact, one of its graduates, Sister Callista Roy, would go on to develop the Roy adaptation model that is now widely used in schools around the country. At the time, the diversity of that first class, including a Japanese American and an African American student, was not welcomed by certain segments of society, and the group was turned away from clinical work at segregated hospitals. The sisters fought to integrate the hospitals and worked tirelessly to ensure that all of their graduates, even in a time of discrimination, could serve. In 1961, a wildfire struck the Shalon campus, devastating 2 of its buildings. But not even a wildfire could slow the college down. The Mount only continued to grow, rebuilding Rossiter Hall and constructing a new humanities building. In 1962, the Mount launched new associate's degrees and additional graduate programs at a new campus centered around the historic Doheny Mansion in downtown Los Angeles. The new programs catered to the needs of students in the heart of the city. During a decade of turbulence, the Mount's mission remained constant, advancing justice and opportunity for all through programs like the Center for Urban Education and the Cuban Teacher Training Institute. As the United Nations declared the Decade of Women, and women, for the first time, out-enrolled men in colleges around the nation, the Mount launched the Women's Leadership Program, the first of its kind in the Western United States. The program was designed to empower young women and prepare them to be leaders in a rapidly changing world. In response to a rapidly changing economy, the college broadened its vision to include a variety of degree programs designed for working adults. By the late 1980s, prominent leaders like Maya Angelou and Dolores Huerta partnered with the Mount to celebrate its nationally recognized diversity and model for achieving student success. As the rise of the Internet ushered in a new global age and civil unrest rocked Los Angeles, the Mount took bold steps to incorporate the diversity that had always been its hallmark directly into its curriculum. And in 1994, the Center for Cultural Fluency on the Doheny campus made multicultural classroom resources available to teachers from around LA. By decade's end, the Mount established a unique partnership with Nanjing University, Bridging Cultures, to encourage cultural interchange between the Mount students and China. Meanwhile, Mount students went out as part of the new Student Ambassador Program to inspire high school students to pursue college, providing local teenagers role models from their own communities. With the dawn of a new millennium, the Mount entered a period of rapid growth and achievement. The endowment more than doubled to reach $100 million. More students at the Mount earned fellowships from the Rockefeller Foundation than any other school in the nation. The college launched several new programs, including Film and Social Justice, the Master of Business Administration, the Master of Science in Nursing, and the Doctor of Physical Therapy. And in 2007, students, faculty, and staff paid it all forward with the first annual President's Invitation to Serve. Over the course of its 90-year history, the Mount has emerged as a vital voice on the local, state, and national level. In 2012, it created the first ever Report on the Status of Women and Girls in California, the only comprehensive report of its kind. Mount St. Mary's has also provided similar research for its hometown, spurring the City of Los Angeles to pledge gender equity in all city operations. Taking action of its own, in 2013, the Mount began offering campaign training designed to prepare women for careers in public service. That same year, a new partnership established the Gina Davis Institute on Gender in Media at Mount St. Mary's. And thanks to a recently launched undergraduate research program, students across all disciplines are learning how to turn knowledge into action. On an international level, the Mount also created the Center for Global Initiatives to bring the world to its students and to send its students out into the world. And in 2015, Mount St. Mary's College officially became Mount St. Mary's University. Through all the changes, a powerful constant remains. The mission set forth by the Mount's guiding lights, the Sisters of St. Joseph of Carondelet, to empower women to reach their fullest potential. Fortified with a strong foundation, bolstered by a more visible presence in the community, and propelled by unstoppable momentum, the Mount is charting a bold course toward its centennial and beyond.